Hey guys and gals, welcome to Froggy's Garage. What I've got for you today is the proper way to gun lug nuts off and on. And there is a technique to it. You might think, well, you just pull the trigger. Well, it's not like that. This is my Corvette. I've got the street wheels on there now. I've got some long some studs on there because I use different size wheels, and sometimes I put spacers in there, and when I put a spacer in I need a longer stud. So that's why those are there. Just a little side note. You're not going to have these probably on your car. You're going to be taking your stock wheels off for some reason and putting stock wheels back on. So anyway, let's get to it. I've got an impact wrench here, and the point I want to make with you is give it a big shot to bust it loose and then go slow. Big shot and then slow it down. You should be able to control your impact wrench with the trigger. Why slow? Okay, we had a little compressor interruption there. Now we can take the rim off. Now, why do you have to go slow? I'm going to explain it to you. It's a phenomenon called galling. Galling is when pieces of a certain type of metal bond themselves to another type of metal. Now these are both steel lug nuts, steel lugs, but it's got a coating on there. It can still happen. That impact gun will go 8,000 RPM. If you spin this at 8,000 RPM, you're generating heat. The heat can cause tiny bits of metal to transfer from one to the other. Usually it's pieces of the lug nut come off onto the stud. So that's why you want to go slow. You say to Froggy, well, they gun them as fast as they can in NASCAR. Yeah, you're right. They also use brand new studs and brand new lugs every race in NASCAR. So you're doing the same thing over and over and over again on your car. You're going to get galling sooner or later. Now, I'm going to get my other wheel that I'm putting on there, and then I'm going to explain something else to you. Okay, first I'm going to put a couple of spacers on here because the offset is not exactly for this car on these rims that I got, so I need to put some spacers on to get the correct offset. Okay, this is called anti-seize lubricant, and what I do every time I change wheels, or every 2 or 3 times, I don't really need to do it every time, but I'm doing it now so I can show you. I'll take a little bit of this and I put it on this surface of the lug nut. The surface of the lug nut is going to tighten up against the wheel. Again, I'm going to tell you why. This wheel, the seating surface here that the lug nut goes up against is aluminum alloy. This is steel. When I spin that, and I'm going to spin it on slow, but when I spin the lug nut against the aluminum alloy, galling can happen. Usually what happens, the aluminum alloy is a little bit softer than the steel. Bits of the aluminum alloy will come off onto the lug nut. You want to know how I know that? Because it happened to me. Before, I used to put on lug nuts clean and dry. It's called clean and dry. The factory service manual will maybe tell you to put them on clean and dry. Somebody's going to come on this video thread and post up, Froggy, you're supposed to do it clean and dry. Well, fine. God bless you. Put yours on clean and dry. But I'm using this anti-seize lubricant. There's some on the threads and there's some on the face of the lug nut. So that's the way I'm telling you should do it, but you can make your own mind up. When you do this, you've got to reduce the torque spec a little bit. If it's 100 pounds, take it down to 90 pounds because it'll tighten up a little easier. So your torque spec has to be a little bit lower. If it's 75 pounds, take it down to 70. Okay? Just lighten it up a little bit. But that's the reason why. Galling, and you want to go slow with the gun. Slow with the gun to reduce the heat that builds up when you're spinning at 8,000 RPM. And you want to put some anti-seize in there as a lubricant. Let me see if I can gun this on for you. I got to get all the rest of them on, but I'm sure you going slow. See, slow till you get it up there. And you always use a star pattern, of course. You know what a star pattern is? I'm going to show you what a star pattern is. The reason you do a star pattern is so that everything tightens up evenly and straightly and it's not cocked like this or that. Here's your star pattern. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can start over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It doesn't matter where you start. Let me show you with the gun. Slow. 1, 2, 3. I mean, sometimes it spins a little fast, but you get the point. All right? Then tighter. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, then when you drop the car down, use your torque wrench to tighten it up to your final torque specification. Okay? I hope this helps you out. If you liked it, give me a thumbs up. If you want to see more from Froggy, subscribe to my channel. Froggy out. Have a great day.